make sure I turn on my mic. So, hi everybody. My name is Tamaran Consor. I'm the Director of Music and Liturgy here at St. James. We are live streaming this, so I'm saying hello to everybody virtually. I don't know which camera I'm on. There's several of them that point at me, which is very strange. So what we're going to be doing tonight is going through the entirety of our sample music list. Now, I'll underline the word sample, because if you have a particular song that's not on this list, that is, of course, open for negotiation. I will tell you, Beyonce is usually not the go-to for your wedding here at St. James, but I have done some other crazy things before. So I would like to introduce everybody here. So starting from my left over here, your left, far left is Tom Yang, and he is one of the go-to people throughout Chicago for anything strings, small groups. He plays everywhere downtown. He's incredible, and the fact that he likes me and wants to work with me is amazing, and more amazing for you, because he always provides really wonderful people. So he's my main string contractor. Directly next to him is Phil Fio, and he runs Royal and Trumpet Works, and he is everything brass. He also does contracts orchestras, worked downtown for a long time. Again, these are go-to guys for the city of Chicago in terms of contracting excellent musicians. So we are very, very blessed to have them here. And again, you can go ahead and listen to them. If you want to hire an additional instrument, i.e. a violin, cello, trumpet, what have you, that is an additional cost. What is covered in our St. James wedding fee, the $1,000, is what we define as sort of the basic needs for music, which is the cantor and the accompanist. That is directly included. There's no additional cost for that. If you'd like to hire another instrument, let me know, and then I can go ahead and arrange for that for you. Over here, we have 3 of our wonderful cantors here at St. James. We have about 5 that we normally use. Julie Cohen is not here this evening, nor is Natalie Consor, my wife. But over here we have, starting from the far end, we have Gina. You can say hi, Gina. Very, very good. I couldn't tell, because it's hard. You guys have masks on, so I can't really tell. And there's Kim O'Connor and Sarah Mungovan. We do cantors based on rotational basis, meaning that they're in a rotation, but once you hear them, they're all really, really, really amazing. So we're very, very blessed with the, I'm going to use the word resource, but we're really blessed with the people that we have sort of at our disposal. We have a tremendous amount of talent. We're just very blessed. A couple things we're going to go through before all this. So normally in the past with our wedding music fairs, we have usually about 2 to 3 times the size of couples within the church, but we don't have that right now, which is why we have a number of them watching virtually. That is a resource for you right now. So I'll start it with saying live streaming, so especially within the next probably 6 months or so, depending on when they find a vaccine and this is all over. Most likely, this will be sort of the same situation with the ropes, masks, all that kind of stuff. But we do have the option of live streaming. Live streaming and actually recording. That is an additional cost of $500, but what you do go ahead and get with that is you get it live streamed, and we do it on what's called Restream, which means we have different resources that we go ahead and use online, from YouTube, Facebook Live, our website, Twitch. I think Periscope is the last one, that we go ahead and they're streamed all at the same exact time, so that way when you're watching it, you're getting sort of the easy or the best kind of viewing point, because we're not using the same exact source. If you're running everything through the website, it's going to slow down a little bit. Over here is Father Ryan McMillan. Anybody have a Father Ryan wedding? Okay, no, these are none of your people. That's okay, we still like you. So please let me know if you want to go ahead and record or live stream your Mass. It's a really wonderful resource for you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras here that are all in different set angles. And even if you decide to go ahead and get an additional videographer or photographer who does a little bit of film or something like that, it's just really nice to have as an option, because one of the great things that we can get is we have these 2 cameras right here. So usually when you see for weddings, it's really difficult for the videographer to get that sort of like as you're looking at each other. And that's one of the things we have as a nice resource for you guys. So let me know if you want to have a recording or a live stream. I take care of that for you. In the past, as I said before, with the wedding music fair, I would go ahead and I'd meet with each couple following, at the end of this night, and we'd schedule a time. What I want you to do is, if you look at the little sheet I gave you as you came on in, and And if you look here, it says St. James Music Director Tam Consor, and it says my email following there. What I want you all to do, do you guys have a smartphone? Have you heard of these? They're new, okay? What I want you to go ahead and do is email me. Go ahead and email me now, and I want you to email me your name, the date of your wedding, and then we can go ahead and start to get that ball rolling. I've been doing a lot of my meetings by phone, and rather than just kind of setting a set time of like, okay, Sunday 11:15, we'll work on our collective schedules and get that all together. So email me right now, your name, and then the time, date of your wedding. We can get that ball rolling. Also, if you want to put in there, if you know you're going to go ahead and record or live stream your wedding, you can put that in there too. That's good to know. That's an email now. Okay. All right, I told you that music is negotiable. All right, I told you about the cantor rotation, told you about the extra musicians. Okay. Tonight, if you look at this whole list of music, and it is front, the A side and the B side, we are not singing every single piece on here in its full entirety. That would be a 4-hour concert. We're not going to do that to you. So this is just going to be little short snippets. Essentially, the person knows if they really like a song within the first couple of seconds of actually hearing it. We'll probably give you closer to about 25 to 30. But we're going to do short little snippets, and we'll take you through everything. As we're looking at the B side, which is the back page, everybody have a pencil or a pen or kind of make a little note to yourself. When looking at the candle lighting, is anybody doing Unity Candle? Unity Candle? Anybody? Okay, well, this makes it easy. If you are considering a Unity Candle, which is we have a little candle put over here. Usually it's 2 representatives from either side of the family. We'll come over, light the side tapers, and then after you guys are officially married, you'll walk over and light the center candle as a sign of your joining the flame, which once was 2 is now 1. So it's a nice symbol. If you decide to do that, there are 3 songs that I go ahead and strongly recommend. By My Side, And On This Day, and The Irish Blessing. Those 3 work the best for timing, but again, the rest are kind of negotiable, and if you really love Endures, we can do that and make it kind of work. But those 3 work the best offhand. By My Side, And On This Day, and Irish Blessing. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the B side, on the back page, and we're going to go ahead and go through all the components for your ceremony or your mass. Who's doing a ceremony? Everybody doing a ceremony, or everybody doing a full mass? Raise your hand if you're doing a full mass. Okay, everybody's doing a full mass. Great. So everything that's on here, you guys are choosing a selection from. Sometimes you have the ceremony, like you don't realize that you're not doing communion, or something like that. Okay, good. I think somebody who's watching me virtually said, okay. All right, good. So we're going to start is from the Psalms, which is again on the back page. This is between the first reading and the second reading, the responsorial psalm. And we're going to start with Sarah. And bring to you, O Lord. And for this, we're just going to go ahead and do a short, kind of conjuncted intro, do a refrain and just a little bit of the verse, or refrain and maybe the whole verse, and just come back to start the refrain. Okay. I'm gonna just do the intros for these just to make it nice and easy. Cantor's gonna come in right away. Actually, no, we can go ahead and do the whole thing. To you, 1. So Sarah was being really good. I didn't tell her we're going to go directly. We're just going to do the refrain, just going to the verse. It's a responsorial, so it means you repeat the refrain and then come back and sing. So she's being very, very good. I was being bad. Thank you for that, Sarah. All right, taste and see is the next one. And please do, if you don't have a pen with you or something, jot down on your smartphone, or if you have an iPhone or an Android or a tablet or like a chisel or something, if you want to go ahead and write notes, copious amounts of notes. And I do recommend don't just put a star by it, but put like love or some kind of like key words for that. Because if you just put a star, I'm like, oh, I guess I liked it. Put something that's really descriptive about what you felt about it. Try to, I don't know, be creative in that way. Okay, so we'll do, again, the same thing. We'll play the whole refrain. We sing the refrain, go into verse 1. 1, 2. Let's taste and see. Excellente. Okay, good. And then next we have Every Morning in Your Eyes. This is not in the hymnal, and most of you have probably not heard this unless you've gone to St. Anne's in Barrington or have a personal relationship with Rory Cooney, who's the composer of this piece. He's a local composer. And so this is kind of a combination of different verses from Psalm 34, which is the same taste and see. We'll do the same thing, go directly to the verse. Excellent. That's Every Morning in Your Eyes. And then we have Blessed Are Those Who Love You. What number is this, Sarah?
70.
Okay, good. Thank you. The good news for you as far as with these Psalms, there are no bad choices. They're all very, very pretty. So the person who picked them all has very, very good taste. I picked them. Yeah. No, we'll do refrain 1. Da 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 da. 1, 2.
Blessed are those who love you, happy those who follow you. Blessed are those who seek you, O God. Happy all those who fear the Lord and walk in God's pathway. You will find what you long for, the riches of our God. Blessed are those who love you.
Good. And then we have The Lord is Kind, which was our psalm from today. All right. right, we're gonna do the second half. Da 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 da. So the second half, this is starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess 6 with the pickup. Da da da. 1, 2.
The Lord is kind and merciful. The Lord is kind and merciful. Slow to anger, rich in kindness. The Lord is kind and merciful. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, all my being, bless God's name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, forget not all God's blessings. The Lord.
Excellent. The Lord is kind and merciful. And then we have This is the Day. I think I have the intro on this one. Because it's just the 4 bars. Okay.
This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His mercy endures forever. Let the house of Israel say, His mercy endures forever. This is the day the Lord has made.
Very good. So then what comes after this is we have the second reading, and then we have the gospel acclamation. Anybody have a wedding in either late February, March, around that somewhere? What date are you guys? 27th of March? Okay, so I think you guys are during Lent. So you have a different acclamation. We just do the Lenten gospel acclamation. I just choose that for you because there's way too many options. So, sorry about it. Because we can't sing Hallelujah during Lent. That's why. But you guys already knew that. All right. All right. What's next? The Celtic Hallelujah. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, ba.
Should I just do once and then a verse and then
No, I don't even think we're about doing the first
no verse?
Just do the Hallelujah.
Just once?
Yeah, just.
Okay.
Actually, let's just do 2 Hallelujahs. Let's just loop them.
Okay.
Something like that. No, just do it once. I lied. Yay, hallelujah. Okay. And then the next one, we call it the Gregorian Alleluia, but really essentially it's the simple plain chant Alleluia. If you go to daily mass, it's the same Alleluia. But it's more simplified if you want something more simple. I'll play this for you once.
Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia.
Okay, those are our Alleluias. All right, after that you have the gospel reading, and then you'll have the homily. I always tell this to, I'll remind you in your meetings, if for whatever reason, and usually this is dependent upon shoe wear or dress, if you know that it's going to be kind of uncomfortable, I mean, I don't know, I've never, worn a wedding dress before, but I imagine it's not the most comfortable thing on the planet. If you know, especially depending on your presider, if it's a family member or somebody who's known you for a really long time, are going to have lots of stories, you can arrange for chairs to be up there. That's not an automatic, so there's not automatic that we're going to have chairs there for you. We will have kneelers for you, but if you know if you're going to want to have chairs, let the wedding coordinator know at your wedding rehearsal that you're going to have chairs. Typically, homilies are somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. It depends on which presider you get, but it could be longer. After you have the homily, you go into the rite of marriage, which is in 4 parts, which are the consent, the vows, the blessing of the rings, and then the exchange of the rings. After the exchange of the rings, we go directly into the unity candle. We'll go ahead and sing those 3 options I was kind of pointing out for you right now. So we're going to jump a little bit out of order, but that's okay. So we're going to start with, I think I put it as the Irish blessing first. So this is the next section where it says candle lighting optional and the preparation of gifts. So you must pick a preparation of gifts song, but you don't have to necessarily pick a unity candle song if you're not doing unity candle. So I'm going to go out of order. So we're going to do By My Side first. Sorry, I lied. By My Side first. So this is the third from the bottom of candle lighting, By My Side, and this is by Thomas Porter. It's a very short time, which is why I picked these particular songs, so that way we don't have a lot of extra music. So you guys are like waiting on like, okay, you guys finished so I can get on with the rest of my wedding? We don't like to have extra music at our expense. 3.
Stand by my side, offer your hand as I am offering you. To have and to hold, together we'll grow into the image of the Father, reflecting love in one another. For on this day and for all time I choose you.
That's very jazzy. Okay, good. And then we're going to do And on This Day next. And on This Day. This is second from the bottom. Just making sure we know exactly where we're going for this. We sing all the way through And on This Day, and through the, and on this day, the special day, we pledge our love. The single flame, which once was 2, will show we're 1, and with God's help. So you go to the second line of text there. And with God's help, we will grow stronger every day. Go to the last page, every day, and go to that second system, and then finish up from there. Right. Okay.
And on this day, this special day, we pledge our love. This single flame, which once was 2, will show we're 1. And with God's help, we will grow stronger every day and share each step along the way. Our love is planted in Christ God's Son, and we are one.
Okay. Good. Now we're going back to the top of that list, Irish blessing. I'll probably tell this joke to you in our meeting. We have a lot of Irish songs, and it's for a reason. We usually say everybody's a little bit Irish on their wedding day, even if you're not. Okay, so we're just going to do the refrain of this one. We don't need to go on the verse. May the road.
No verse.
No verse for this one right now. I'll give you a little intro.
May the road rise to me sunshine warm upon your face. May the rain fall softly on your fields, and until we meet again, may you keep safe in the gentle, loving arms of God.
Okay, good. And then we have I Have Loved You. I think this is 504. So these are songs that we're going to pick for presentation. These are for the preparation of gifts while the altar is being prepared. Second half, da 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 da, and we'll just do the refrain of this, just the refrain. 1, 2.
I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have called you and you are mine. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have called you and you are mine.
Excelente. All right. Good. So next up we have When Love Is Found, another Irish song. Okay. We'll do the intro and go just essentially through one verse. Or just through it one time. And we'll just end on her last word of bread. So right on that, actually, you know what, let's go ahead and take that fifth ending because it's only 4 bars. The last ending.
When love is found and hope comes home, sing and be glad that two are one. When love explodes and fills the sky, praise God and share our Maker's joy.
Okay. And after this, we have I Will Be With You. And I think, again, just the refrain of this is sufficient.
I will be with you, that is my promise. I will be with you forevermore. Trust in my love. Bring me all your cares, for I will be with you forevermore.
Great. And then I will be here. C. We'll end it, Kim, before we would go back to do the second verse. Maybe is that enough? Because you have to get the chorus.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of love, hold my hand and have no fear. 'Cause I will be here. And I will be here when you feel like being quiet, when you need to speak your mind. I will listen, and I will be here when the laughter turns to crying, through the winning, losing, and trying, we'll be together, 'cause I will be here.
Okay, great. And then we have Love Endures. Let's go ahead and do, Kim, that's you again. Let's go ahead and do verse 1 and go directly into the refrain.
Okay.
Verse 1 directly into the refrain.
Love is patient, love is kind, love is gentle, love's not blind, love is all you have, all you need, love is all you are. For love endures all things. For love endures, love will never end.
That's very nice. That's based off of 1 Corinthians, so if you really love that reading, but you didn't get a chance to fit into your wedding, that's a good way to sneak it in. Another way another reading that you can kind of sneak in is Set Me as a Seal, which is based off of the Song of Songs. Gina, let's just go ahead and do just the chorus of this because it's kind of long. That sound okay? Come in right away with the harmony. Yeah. If it's going good, maybe we'll go to the verse. I don't know. Okay.
I'm on harmony, right?
You're on harmony.
Set me as a seal on your heart. Set me as a seal on your soul. For strong as death is love, unyielding as the grave. Nothing will quench its flame. Nothing will quench its flame.
Let's do a verse.
Kiss me, my love, let your name be on my lips. You intoxicate my being with the fragrance of your presence.
How beautiful you are, my darling. Show me your face, let me hear your voice. Sweet as a dew in the early morn, like a lily among the thorns. Set me as. So it's really nice because you have that conversation between husband and wife. We're not literally married, but that's the kind of what it's presented. Okay. All right. Excellent. And then the last song we have in this group, which is the bottom song, Wherever You Go. And Gina, you can stay right there. See how I worked that out? It made sense. Okay, and let's just go through the blah, blah, blah. It's not very long. Let's go ahead and go through the whole thing and take the final ending. Is that okay? The whole thing, take the final ending. Oh, I guess take the coda. Oh, this is more complicated.
You mean all of verse 1 to the third ending?
If you start at... Okay. Start playing it like you're playing in verse 2, and then just take the coda. I think that's how it'll work. Okay, so start playing like you're playing in verse 2, and then go to the coda. We'll play the intro. 1, 2.
Come set me like a seal upon your heart, a seal protecting your arm. Deep waters cannot quench this love, the ocean will not sweep it away. Wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I'll be with you. Wherever you lie, I'll be there beside you. Wherever you go, I'll be there.
Okay, good. Excellent. So after that, you have mass parts, which are all from the Mass of Creation. They're pretty standard across multiple churches, so those are kind of standard for you. Okay. Then we go on to communion. So first one here is one bread, one body. These are some of the most classic of classic hymns in the church. So you guys will recognize them, like, oh yeah, you know. I would normally say, please sing along, but don't. So, you can sing along in your hearts. Okay. I'll just give you a tiny little intro before we go on. Da-da.
One bread, one body, one Lord of all, one cup of blessing which we bless, and we, the many, throughout the earth. We are one body in this one Lord.
Okay, good. That's one bread, one body. And we have you are mine. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I'll give you an intro for this.
I will come to you in the silence. I will lift you from all your fear. You will hear my voice. I claim you as my choice. Be still and know I am here.
And then we have How Beautiful. All of these songs for communion are great. I really do like How Beautiful. It especially works for a large wedding. So if you're ever gonna have a lot of people there, hopefully soon we'll be able to have our full parties. I know there are a lot of families here that have sometimes 300 to 400 people that come for their weddings, so hopefully we get to that very, very soon. But we're praying for good things. That being said, How Beautiful is really a wonderful choice if you have a particularly large party that is going to be there. I don't mean wedding party, but a large group of people that are going to be at your wedding. Okay, for this, let's just go ahead and go. We'll end before the second verse, so just a verse and a chorus. Is that okay?
Verse 1 and then...
Verse 1 and then chorus,
Okay.
yeah. Indeed.
How beautiful the hands that served the wine and the bread and the children of earth. How beautiful the feet that walked the long dusty roads and the hill to the cross. How beautiful, how beautiful, how beautiful is the body of Christ.
Okay, good. And then we have taste and see. All right. Number 827 in your hymnal. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and I'll give you just a little tiny intro and then we'll just do just the refrain. I think that's plenty long enough. Oh, actually we can do it together. Let's do the first 8 and then repeat back to the top. First 8, right back to the top. 1 and 2.
Taste and see, taste and see the goodness of the Lord. Oh, taste and see, taste and see the goodness of the Lord,
Okay, and then we have Panis Angelicus. All right, this is much more traditional. Not that traditional is a bad thing. Also, this is just a total aside. It's just because I've worked with hundreds of different couples. Traditional is not a bad word. If it says, like, they immediately look at traditional wedding march, or when we get to those, or the bridal march, and they're like, ooh, traditional, bad. My cousin did that. Ugh, it's awful. Traditional, what it does for us is we have a certain feeling when you hear it. The second you hear it, da 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 da, you're immediately gonna like, oh my gosh, I'm at a wedding and I'm excited. Like you already have an innate feeling. So traditional is not a bad thing. So when you hear Panis, you hear all different kinds of things. You feel different things. So traditional is not a bad word. Okay. Sermon over. We're in G. And we're gonna start from the second half. We're going to start from da 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 da. We're going to do the second half of it.
Okay.
So that way we can get the part 2 coming in. So I'll start the pickups before.
Panis angelicus, fit panis homino, panis trilicus, figuris termino, ores mirabilis, mondo pauper, pauper, servus et humili. Pauper, pauper, servus, servus et humilis.
Okay. After this is what we call flowers to Mary or gifts to the Holy Family. This comes immediately after communion, depending on your presider. If you have Father Matt, raise your hand if you have Father Matt as your presider. Any Father Matt? Okay, good. Usually he doesn't give any instructions whatsoever. So he's kind of like I hope you got all your stuff at the wedding rehearsal because I'm not going to give you anything. So that's okay. When in doubt, look over at me. I'll go like handles or Mary. You know, I'll help you out as we get to this. But Flowers to Mary comes right after that. And don't worry, you'll have the rehearsal and the wedding coordinator will help you with all that stuff. Okay, so the first is the Ave Maria by Schubert. Yeah, this is in B flat. I guess we're going to do pretty much all this. All right, and then the next we have the Bach Gounod. This was the original prelude in C by Bach, and then set with a wonderful melody by Charles Gounod. A little more operatic. Operatic, again, is not a bad word either. That's a wonderful, beautiful thing. The one thing that I like that differentiates the Bach Gounod versus the Schubert is the Schubert is only the first half of the Hail Mary or the Ave Maria prayers. The Bach Gounod does fit in the entire prayer, so that's kind of a nice thing. Okay, this is just me. One of the last times Sarah sang this, it was when we first moved in the church. This is a tiny little story. She actually set off the alarm. So we had like people going, "Are you okay?" Because we have like a little automated service out there. Because she's saying we were still getting like the system within the church, like the sound system. It's perfect now, but she totally embarrassing her. I'm sorry, but she set off. It was great. We were like, "What's going on?" Like,
I'm really loud on this song. I'm gonna step away.
no, it was the wedding music fair. It was real. You had to be there. It was great. All right, I'm sorry, Sarah. All right, so that's all the sung music during your Mass or your ceremony. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump back to the first page, and we're going to hit on all of the prelude selections that have voice on them. So for the preludes, I'll say this a couple of times. You can pick or select up to 4 to 5 songs. This is all, prelude music is music while people are being seated. So usually it's somewhere between 15 to 20 minutes. Usually the rule of thumb is when you have people seated there, we start to play. Obviously, if there's nobody there, 10 minutes before, we'll play something. But usually when people are starting to come in, we go ahead and start to play something. So you can pick up to 4 to 5 songs. Of the vocal songs, pick a maximum of 2. Reason is, usually people are talking, family members haven't seen each other in a long time, friends haven't seen each other, and so they kind of talk. So not like it's we'll sing, we'll be background music, that's essentially what it is, but usually if you want the sung word, you want it to be understood because it means something to the couple. So pick a maximum of 2, 4 to 5 total selections, combination of vocal and instrumental. Okay, so the first one we're going to start with is The Prayer. This was made famous by Andrea Bocelli and I think Celine Dion, but then maybe Celine Dion did it again with Josh Groban, I don't know. So we're going to do this in F. And we'll just stop before the bridge. So stop before the bridge. Okay. Right?
I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times where we don't know. Let this be our prayer, just like every child. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe.
La luce che tu
I pray we'll find your light and hold it in our hearts.
ricordarci
When stars go out each night,
eterna stella sei.
oh, oh, oh.
Nella mia preghiera
Let this be our prayer.
quanta fede c'è.
When shadows fill our day,
Lead us to a place,
guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe.
okay, and that's the prayer. Next we have one hand, one heart. This is an E flat. And we'll go ahead and go through this whole thing, going directly to the second ending. Gina,
I have you starting.
I start, then you do the second arithmetic of our hands, and then, am I doing the harmony part, or are you doing the harmony part?
I have me doing the harmony on even death.
You're doing the harmony. Okay, perfect. So we'll go one time through, go to the second ending. All right. Take of our hands one hand, make of our hearts one heart, make of our vows one last vow, only death will part us now.
Make of our lives one life, day after day, one life.
Now it begins, now we start. One hand, one heart, even death won't part us now. Anybody know what show that's from? Anyway, West Side Story, West Side Story. It's okay, it's okay. It's one of the greatest musicals ever written. I'm not biased. Okay. After that, we have You Raise Me Up. I guess maybe we'll do Stop Before the Violin solo. Is that, you're gonna hate me for that? No, before the, well, there's like three of them. I'll start right from the vocal line so we can skip the beginning part. No, we should do that because that's kind of pretty. Let's go ahead and do that and stop before the key change to way too many flats. Do you want to play the opening thing? You want me to do short? Okay, good, perfect. So this is a condensed version, that's okay. When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence, Josh Groban song. Next we have 1,000 Years. Am I looking at another book? It's right after this. We're doing this one in B flat. B flat.
Yes,
B flat.
I think that's, well, oh,
Where is that one?
I think that one's in your original, in the book, and it's the original key in the book. Because I think you had B flat and I put in D. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and,
I think that's what I have.
okay, let's go and start from the beginning. We're gonna end before Time Stands Still's Beauty and All She Is. Just
And before that?
Just end right, we'll end on that E flat too. Right before we get to the Time Stands Still, Beauty and All She Is. I will be brave, I will not let anything take away.
Okay.
Okay. Playing opening, okay. I'm gonna give you a short.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 long.
Oh, sorry. Before that, thank you.
Okay, good. Okay, can you name the movie that's from? Raise a hand, anybody? Good. Okay, this is fine. If you don't know the West Side Story, this is from Twilight. Okay, so I'm happy with the situation. We don't know West Side, that's okay. I'm really happy we don't know Twilight. All right. So I'm told. I couldn't make it through probably 15 minutes of the movie. I just was like, okay, let's watch the movie, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Okay, this is the last of the vocal songs, and then we're going to release all of the singers, and then we're going to go back and do the rest of the instrumental selections from the preludes, and then we'll finish up with processional and recessional. Okay, so this is When I Say I Do, written by Matthew West. There must be a God, I believe it's true, 'cause I can see His love when I look at you, and He must have a plan for this crazy life, because He brought you here and placed you by my side, and I have never been so sure of anything before, like I am in this moment here with you. Now for better or for worse, are so much more than only words, and I pray every day will be the proof that I mean what I say when I say I do. I mean what I say when I say I do. Okay, and that's Matthew West, When I Say I Do. So if you wouldn't mind giving a nice round of applause for Gina, Kim, and Sarah. It's not easy at all to kind of go piece to piece to piece to piece, you know, jumping around. It's not easy at all. So, and they did it marvelously. Okay, so now we're looking at the top of the prelude section. These are the instrumental songs you can choose from. First is Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring. And this is one that we can also use for bridal parties, not for the bride. I wouldn't recommend it for that, but bridal parties. Works really, really well, especially if you partner this with this for the bridal party, and then if you know you're going to walk down to canon in D, this works really, really well because that kind of flowing 3 motion, da 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 da. So it kind of has the same sort of feeling, but it's still canon in D possesses the big slow down, as I call it, where time stops, the doors open, and the beautiful bride walks out. So this is Jesu Joy Man's Desiring, and we'll stop somewhere in there on a G chord. Again, these are little snippets that keeps on going and going and going. It also works well because there naturally are repeats sort of written in, not really, but it's really easy for us to do that. So if you have a big bridal party, bridal parties are probably 7 or more bridesmaids. That's what I would consider a big bridal party. Some of you probably have 15 people out there. I don't even have 15 friends, I think, in my life, but good on you for having 15 people in your bridal party. The most I've seen, I know you're gonna ask me, is 30 in a bridal party. That was insane. That's a really long bridal party. They just kept on coming and coming and coming. It's like a clown car kind of thing. Okay, next we have Air on the G string. We're just going to do the A section of this. I don't think you need to hear more than that. All right. On the G string, okay, and then we have La Grace, or La Grace, some might want to call it, okay, and so you guys want to do 2 A's, you want to split the A's?
1A, 1B?
1A, and then a B, okay. Then we have Eine kleine Nachtmusik. This is the Romanza. The next two pieces, actually really the next three, Romanza, Meditation from Thais, and Arioso. If you are, these are ones that I'd absolutely hire an instrument for. Especially the next two, I literally can't do them without instrument. This is written for a string quartet, so the reduction is not so great. But the next two, and once you hear it, you'll know why, and it's really quite beautiful. Tom, what do you think? And before C?
1A, yeah. No. Let's do the intro, or you want to do... Yeah, before C is fine. No repeat.
No repeats, yeah. That's the Romanza. It's quite beautiful. Next is Meditation from Thais. This can be used for a bride. I've seen a bride do it, a couple of different brides do it. I don't want to be misconstrued when I go ahead and use the word dramatic, because dramatic is not, I don't want to say like the bride is therefore drama because she picks this. It's just kind of like if you're looking for like the, we want to, again, I don't want to make it seem like it's like a spectacle or anything, but it can be sort of like a bigger kind of thing, like it's like, if you would. So anyway, this is Meditation from Thais. Really, really beautiful. You're just going to tell me when to stop.
Should we start at 7th measure of più agitato? Più mosso agitato, page 3 of the piano score.
The
Measure 7 of that.
measure 7 of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're just after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aha. Okay, so that's the second half. All right. Now I get it. Okay. That actually works really well to do the second half we just did for the bride. It's a little on the long side, but I think that works really, really well. Okay, and then the next is the arioso. And we're just going to do the A section of this. That's just fine. You'll recognize this. Most of these are like, oh yeah, I've heard this song before. Okay, and that's the arioso. So that's all the prelude music. If you have another song that's not on this list, please bring it to our meeting. We will meet by phone or by Zoom or in person if that's something that we do. We will meet, and so we always talk about that. Okay, you guys can go on upstairs. We're going to look at the very bottom. So this is the bridal party procession. This is right at the very, very bottom. It says Bridal March, and then it says Vincente Avella. This is an arrangement of the usual "Here Comes the Bride," da, 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 which is from which opera written by Wagner? Lohengrin. You're right. Very good. Excellent. 3 points to the guy in the back. So this is an arrangement of that. It's kind of like a jazzy version, if you will, of the Bridal March. It is only done on piano. That's why I'm saying from here, and then the rest of the stuff will be from organ. We do have an organ in the back, so if you want to have organ and piano, that's usually a combination of the two. That's totally fine, no additional cost. You heard me singing some of the songs. There's no additional cost. I'll sing for you, I'm happy to do it. Just keep that in mind. So we can do either piano or organ. This one is only for piano, though. We usually play a little middle section, but I'm just shortening it up for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to mosey on up to the organ. You guys can stay seated, and then I'll take you through the rest of the music on the organ. Okay, I need to... No, my stuff's in here. Perfect. Looking for my mask. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is Canon in D. This can be used for bridal party or for the bride. It's, again, one of those traditional pieces, but again, as I said, traditional is not a bad word. It elicits a certain feeling within you, within the people that are coming, that makes you happy. Unless it doesn't, and then don't pick it. All of these selections can also be picked and done from the piano as well. We're just showcasing the organ because we have that as an option for you. Oh, Phil went outside. Okay. I was wondering where you guys were. Okay. Not as limber as I used to be. Okay, so this first song is Canon in D. And once we're all... Okay. No, I'm not ready. again, that can be for bridal party or the bride. And then the next we have the trumpet songs. These they are obviously written for trumpet. We want you to have it with trumpet. They can also be played from organ, but you're hearing it the way it should be heard. And you're gonna do a trumpet call into this. And we'll do the A section twice. We'll just do A, B, A. Perfect, A, B, A, perfect. Let me get you set. Yep. Gotta have a little fun with it. Okay, next is, It is a little bit. It's okay. We want Hollywood for our brides and grooms, if they so choose. We can do Hollywood. Okay. Trumpet tune in C. Just A, A. Do we want to go to the B? No. I have a repeat in mind. Let's just do A, A. A, A. We'll end on the fat chord. I want to take off this. Okay. 2. And then next we have Rigadon. I keep on looking over here. I should just keep this up here so that way I don't have to look at it. Okay, and this is essentially 2 A's anyway, so just A. Am I adding trumpets? No, I'm not. Sorry, I'll do it that. Ba, ba. Right. More than my stills than the Lego. Okay, and then the last is the traditional bridal chorus or traditional bridal march. I think it's actually supposed to be bridal chorus, but it's the one that's Here Comes the Bride. You recognize it? I think through the whole cut, probably. It's not that long. Yeah, do you want to do that or just skip AA? Okay, AA. AAs. an ending, any ending. Okay, now flip your sheet over. We're looking at the B side, and we're looking at processional march. This is the music as you walk out, as you are leaving. And the first one is the traditional wedding march by Mendelssohn. So thank Bridal Chorus for As You're Walking Brides Out. The wedding march is when you march out of there. You're just married, and it's wonderful and exciting. I think we can just do AA for this. Is that okay? Just do the repeat and not go to the second page. And then next is the Allegro Maestoso, or the water music. It's a la hornpipe, technically. I should really change that, but it's water music. And I guess essentially we could do AA twice. Ba, 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 ba. All right, I'm taking off. One, two. So that we're going to go back to the top. That's okay. That was the A. That was the double A. Okay. All right. But you get the idea. All right. Next is Ode to Joy by Beethoven. And we'll just start at the top and go through once. Just one time through. How are we doing? Not too bad. All right. Da, 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 da. 1, 2. And then we have Rondo. This is literally just stop before we get to the B section. Two A's, yes. I didn't have a fine. Oh well. We're in D, right? Good. Da, 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 da. And then the last piece that we're doing for the evening is La Régissance. Try saying that 5 times fast. Where is B in this one? Da, 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 da. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. So A to that. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. And that's all the music on the wedding music fair. That's usually where you guys applaud. Okay, I'll come down if you guys have any other particular questions or anything, I'll be here to answer it. Make sure you go ahead and you email me your date of your wedding, your name, and then if you know you're interested in hiring additional instruments and or doing live streaming or recording, go ahead and put that on in your email. Thank you guys very much.